let's jump right into the article. All right, so the article we're reviewing is an article by CNBC, published in 2019. The author was
Corey Steg.
Okay.
Men get stressed when their wives make more money than they do. The number of women who are primary breadwinners in their families is on the rise. According to 2018 research from the US Census Bureau, in 1 in 4 heterosexual married couples, women make more than their male partners. Okay, next paragraph. But a new study from the University of Bath suggests that the trend is impacting male partners' mental health. The study examined 6,000 American heterosexual married couples over the course of 15 years to see how the shift has impacted people's physical and mental health, life satisfaction, and relationships. They found out that men felt the most anxious when they were the sole breadwinners in the family, and the least stressed when their women were contributing 40% to their household income. But as women made more money past that point, men became increasingly uncomfortable and stressed, according to the findings. The reason? Traditional social gender norms suggest that men should be the breadwinners in relationship.
Okay, so I'll jump right in now. So our panel of strong,
opinionated men,
independent men. What's your take on that? When Nigeria, we're in Africa, so things are a bit different. But what's your opinion? What's your opinion? Your experience? What are your thoughts on that part of the article? Okay. So now it's you guys' turn to talk now. You guys now see how
actually, I was saying something earlier, which was, trying to point out the fact that men are very demanding of respect, other than, that's the number one thing we want. Respect. Most people think love comes first, but that's not true. A man just wants, respect first, then, love could come in later and several other things, but that's number one thing that every guy would always want. And I was trying to check, what the dictionary defines respect as. And it defines respect as a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. So that means that sense of, admiration. Now, deep admiration, respect in this case is that I've seen something that has a potential more than mine, right? And I'm willing to succumb to the abilities of that thing. And the fact that men want this respect whenever they see that their abilities to, create a platform where a woman will succumb to is no longer there. They put those, they begin to feel pressured in a way, because this is something I should be doing. Even from the inception of time, right? It has always been like that. Like, I'm just trying to go, biblical now, right? When, a man was created and a woman was formed out of it. The way it has been, the nature of man accepts that, okay, I am to be the one creating things, not receiving things. So men are basically not usually on the receiving end. And when a man is on the receiving end, it's like you have taken away what would have brought about respect in the first place. And that's why it's always like, a woman will respect you till you stop providing.
Wait, let me. I have to come in here.
Okay.
Right. You just said something, and we can't allow that to just go unchallenged. So, does anybody want to reboot that? Any of the ladies, and then we'll jump back in. He said the woman will respect you until you stop providing.
That's not entirely true.
I think that's not the nature of the woman. I believe if you should change your character because of one trait or the other in your relationship, that is not who you are initially. But if it's something inbuilt, like normally I'm not respecting him because he's providing my needs. Like I just see it as a way of life, not because I'm being conformed to.
Let me ask Toby.
Okay.
No, we'll come back to you. He said something now. He said the woman will stop respecting you. The woman will respect you till you stop providing.
I really don't believe that statement, because let's take a look at Nigeria as a case study. In reality, I won't say 50-50, but let's say 40% of the homes in Nigeria, the female are the breadwinners.
Are you serious?
Yes.
We have to challenge that. You can't just drop
No.
If we look
It's
at
not that they
look
contribute
at
significantly, does not mean they are the breadwinners.
most of
Because if a woman just does a very little thing, they'll start jumping around that.
I disagree with that.
I still want to say that
I disagree with
40%
that.
women do the most in the house.
Women
Do the most in the house, and still they still respect their husband, and they still get disrespected on needs. Have you talked to those people that they are hawking or they are selling on by the roadside? talk to them and see how life
Have you
is.
talked to bus drivers and people that are like yes, now people are also doing men are also
I'm
doing
not
very hard
saying
work too.
men are not doing,
Uh-huh.
but I'm saying that I didn't say 60%. I said 40%.
It's not up to that number.
You
I
think
think
so?
she's
No,
right.
From
You think
observation,
so?
it's not up to that
You
number.
think so?
From observation.
All right, so
I
this
was-
gentlemen, the good thing about it is this, the internet exists. So let's just Google women-led households in Nigeria. All right, so
Yeah.
would you help us find out the percentage of women-led households in Nigeria? I know that in a study that was done about 20, 30 years ago, the number was about 17%. I don't know whether it has risen or it has fallen.
It's men
Also.
and women war. When does it end?
Never end.
That end, but marriage will never end.
Never end.
According to the World Bank, female-headed households account for just 15% of Nigerian households. Since 1990, the National Population Commission has estimated the fraction of female-headed households is in the range of 15 to 19%. It's not 40%.
Okay.
Okay, so that's like almost like 1 in 6 households are led by the woman.